Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I'm Angela Gerviatul Vitasari, will presenting the symposium with the topic Helping Students with Special Needs. Well, as we know, providing for the needs of special education students will certainly be one of our greatest challenge as a teacher. So here I will discuss about the topic Helping Students with Special Needs. Well, here, the students with special needs we divide into two categories. The first category is students with learning disabilities. Students with learning disabilities are those who demonstrate a significant discrepancy between academic achievement and intellectual abilities in one or more of the areas of oral expression, reading comprehension, basic reading skill, or spelling. Okay, and the next one is students of high ability, or we often call it as a gift students. Well, gift students are they who often the first ones with an assignment or those who continually ask for more creative and interesting work. Well, students with high ability need exciting activities and energizing projects that offer a creative curriculum within the framework of the regular classroom program. Well, here we will discuss about the characteristics of students with learning disabilities first. Well, the first characteristic is students with learning disabilities have poor auditory memory, both short-term and long-term. And the second one, have a low tolerance level and high frustration level. And students with learning disabilities also spontaneous in expressions, often cannot control emotions sometimes. The fourth one, students with learning disabilities have some difficulty in working with others in small or large group settings. And the last one is students with learning disabilities have difficulty in following complicated directions or remembering directions for extended period times. Well, so what we have to do if we teach students with learning disabilities? Here are some strategies that we can use to teach students with learning disabilities. The first one is provide oral instruction for students with reading disabilities. Well, reading disabilities, students with reading disabilities have some difficulty in reading, as we know. So, present tests and reading materials in an oral format, so the assessment is not influenced by lack of reading ability. And the second strategy is provide learning disabled students with frequent progress checks. Well, we as a teacher can let them know how well they are progressing towards an individual or class goal. The third strategy that we can use is give immediate feedback to learning disabled students. Why? Because students with learning disabilities need to see quickly the relationship between what was taught and what was learned. So we as a teacher can give immediate feedback to them. And then the fourth one is plan to repeat instructions or offer information in both written and verbal formats. Wow. If necessary, we can plan to repeat instructions again. It is vitally necessary that learning disabled children utilize as many of their sensory modalities as possible. So, if it necessary, we can plan to repeat instructions or offer informations in both written and verbal formats. Well, Well, okay, the second category of our special needs students is students with high ability. And here are the characteristics of students with high ability. The first one is students with high ability also have a high level of curiosity. And the second one, they have a well-developed imagination. And the third, they often give uncommon responses to common queries. And the fourth one, they can remember and retain a great deal of information. And then, they also cannot only pose original solutions to common problems, but can also pose original problems too. And then the last characteristics of students with high ability is they have the ability to concentrate on a problem or issue for extended periods of times. Well, so what are our strategies if we teach students with high abilities? Well, here are some strategies to teach students with high abilities. The first one is give students with lots of open-ended activities. Remember, activities that we mean is which there are no right or wrong answer or any preconceived notions. And the second one is provide opportunities for gifted youngsters to engage in active problem solving. Yeah, we as a teacher can make sure that the problems assigned are not those for which you have already established appropriate answers, but rather those that will allow give students to arrive at their own conclusion. So we can make sure that they can have a problem solving. The third strategy is provide numerous opportunities for give students to read extensively about subjects that interest them. Well, for example, we can work closely with the school librarian or public librarian to select and provide trade books in keeping with students with high abilities interests. Well, the last strategies that we can use if we teach students with high ability is we can give students to take on leadership roles. Well, give students to take leadership roles that enhance portions of the classroom program. But we have to take a note that give students are often socially immature, so we can encourage give students to take a leadership to mature their social learning. Okay, well, I think that's enough about some strategies to teach students with special needs, both with learning disabilities and with high abilities. So we as a teacher have to think about strategies that we can use to teach them. Well, thank you for your attention and good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.